Previously on No Dice.
3 days ago, Elaria Feywing died.
That's when Feywing took on Feywing.
She wrote you into the will? My mansion, my treasures, are all yours, if you can open the last of my doors. The vault in the backyard is my final test. You must work together to complete this quest. The door can be opened with strength of the mind, but before you attempt, find the tiles. All 9. 3 are hidden where she creeps and crawls, the one with 8 legs and venomous jaws.
Coming down from the ceiling to land near you, the biggest, the baddest, Vixthra. So Saoirse casts Mage Hand. A spectral hand reaches up to the top of the ceiling, gently pries out the 3 tiles from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Saoirse got the tiles handled.
3 are entrusted to one born of dragon, who cannot be reached by boats or by wagon.
This 7-foot-tall dragonborn is standing there. He has beautiful blue scales and he has an axe strapped to his back. My name is Alcaeus Scaviola, but you can just call me Scav. And so he hands you over three tiles. There's like here's my piece of it. This is what I got.
3 still are buried with a friend long forgotten, who lingers long after her body is rotten.
From the pile of boulders arises this misty figure, and it forms the shape of an elderly human woman. Helene!
Elaria!
Helene! She reaches out her hand, and it disappears, and so she reaches into an interdimensional space and pulls out 3 tiles. I guess you guys aren't so bad. Elaria did an okay job with you guys.
Unlock the vault. Do not delay. For others are hunting my treasure this day. Every moment you wait puts people at risk, so take up the task, and please do be brisk. All will make sense when you open the vault, and realize my death was not nature's fault.
Are you ready? Let's roll the dice.
So the 3 of you troop back to Parabor, triumphant, with all 9 tiles. Can I assume that each of you have 3 of them?
We left 3 of them at the house.
Well, I mean, eventually you're going to end up, everybody has 3.
Yeah.
Yes or no? Okay. So, since Feywing and Perry kind of live at Elaria's house, they go back to Elaria's to, like, take a shower, take a break, get all the smoke smell and spider junk off of them.
I'm just... For flavor,
yeah.
I am not taking the smoke inhalation that well, which is ironic for a Dragonborn. But I may or may not be reacting poorly to it.
You got dragon asthma.
Now I do.
Saoirse, instead of staying at the house, even though she is loath to leave her new friends, really needs to go back to the Priory for some stuff. So Saoirse ducks out to the Priory to take a little nap and grab some stuff.
I imagine they're all like, "What the hell happened to you? Why are you covered in soot? Or should we let you go on adventures?"
Yeah, like Saoirse wanted to dip in and dip out, but it ended up being like a lot longer because everybody's like, "Where'd you go? What'd you do? Was it fun?" Like that sort of stuff. Well, Lou, does Saoirse pick up anything from the Priory?
Would they have any healing potions that I might be able to snag? Alright, so, and I would grab a couple of those, probably from some of the brothers or sisters that are there, that are like, "Yo, you look like shit. You should absolutely grab this." So what do I find?
So you duck in the infirmary to, like, again, really wanting to dip in and dip out of this thing, but the brother that runs
get back to my adventure.
The brother that runs the infirmary is like, "Hey, what are you doing in here? You can't be in here." Say, like,
yeah, I know. I was just wondering if you guys had any healing potions or anything I could grab on my way out, because, not for lack of a better word, shit got real.
Are you sick? Are you sick? Are you sick?
I'm not sick anymore.
Anymore?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But it might happen in the future. I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen in the rest of this adventure.
Yikes. We don't have a lot of these. And I can't promise that they're delicious because they've been kind of sitting around. We don't get a lot of adventures here in the Priory, but you know what? You're fine. I've always had a soft spot for you. So sure, take 2 or 3.
All right, thank you so much. I'll replace them as soon as I can.
Yeah, I've heard that one before.
I will.
Just like you're replacing the library book that, oh shit, you're still carrying around with you.
I'm still using it.
Uh-huh.
I'll return it once I've learned everything by heart.
Yikes.
All right, well, thank you, brother.
Yep.
I'll be around. I love you.
I love you too. I've just never been able to tell you.
This is so cute. I love Saoirse so much.
All right, so everybody got a good long rest overnight. Everybody good to go. Feywing,
Oh my god.
Feywing and Perry, did y'all pick up anything from the house in preparation for this last thing?
Are there any weapons here that I can, like, take? Like, that Elaria may have, like, just have in her house?
Yeah.
You're so resigned.
No, I gotta find my weapon list. Yeah, she had some extra daggers mainly, and a couple of spare like quarterstaffs that y'all used to train with.
Quarterstaff?
Uh-huh.
Ayo.
There's only like
halfling.
3 of those, so.
Well, there's only 3 of us, so.
So you can't have a full staff.
No, just a quarterstaff. Just a quarter.
Yeah, there's 3.
So you have 3/4 of a
3/4
staff, and not
staff.
a whole staff?
Yeah, you had a fourth. Like there is a fourth one, but it's kind of busted in half. Early in your training, Feywing was helping to teach you, and tried to get a sneak attack in on Nana, and Nana like roundhouse kicked the fuck out of it. So it's broken.
That reminiscence.
So that one's broken, but the other 3 are fine.
Okay, but that would still mean that there's a whole staff there. That's just because it's broken doesn't mean that it doesn't make a whole staff.
Okay, so the 3 of you meet back up in Elaria's backyard. And it's a mansion, so it's a huge like field out back of the yard, and it's peaceful and serene. It kind of overlooks the rolling hills of the edge of Parabor. You can kind of see the town from there and the lake, and it's just a beautiful pastoral scene. And you're reminded of the evenings that you spent sitting on the back porch and just drinking tea.
Well, they are
drinking tea and talking about a long day of training. But before you is the trapdoor in the middle of the backyard. As long as you can remember, it's always been closed, and Elaria would just be like, "Oh, don't worry about that," whenever you asked about it, because honestly, did you ever try getting her to say something she didn't want to say? Like, she won't do it. But you approach the trapdoor, and you see nine square-shaped divots lined up in a row across the center.
Okay.
And each of you are carrying 3 of the 9 tiles, and you can kind of feel them grow warmer in your pocket.
Uh-huh.
And as you approach, suddenly glowing blue letters appear at the top of the door, and it spells out the phrase, "Who is the master?"
I've watched Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm. So these 9 tiles have to go into this panel in some kind of order. So start messing with it.
Do we know what the tiles look like? Do they look different? Do we need a perception check them?
No, they all look the same.
Oh.
They all look the same.
Can they all look exactly the same?
Oh wait, so the tiles on the bottom can move.
Yep.
I'm gonna roll an investigation.
Okay.
That is a critical success and +5, so that's a 25.
Woohoo!
All right. So with that incredible investigation check, Saoirse is able to determine that the first tile goes in the first slot, and she slots it in, and the letter D appears.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Guys, can we? Oh, I don't know if this is in character or not. Because like I know what I would do, but I don't know if this is in character.
Yeah, I know what I would do too.
I mean,
okay.
stay in character, Travis.
Okay,
Thank you, Griffin.
Should we? Say, have you read any books on like fancy magic doors like these?
Puzzles.
Oh,
Puzzles. Do you know anything about puzzles?
I'm gonna do a history check on that. That's a 16.
And what is a history check? What do you want to know with this thing?
Have I read about any puzzles like this? Like, does the phrase mean anything specifically?
It has no.
Does Elaria have any name that begins with D?
The Elaria was known as the Master, so you can kind of infer that it's something about her. But to your knowledge, Elaria Feywing doesn't have anything like D associated with her. She wasn't even heterosexual, so there were no D's around her ever.
Oh my damn!
She's dead.
So yeah. What 9-letter word starting with a D? But yeah, Saoirse is familiar with this kind of puzzle. You spell the word, it unlocks the door.
Alright, will I be able to tell that if we are to, like, check things, if something bad will happen?
Yeah, you can do a check, you can do I don't know.
I guess that'd be investigation.
Investigation or perception or something like that.
Alright, do a 20.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Inspecting the door and the surrounding mechanisms, you can infer that it's not trapped or rigged at all. The door will open, presumably.
So we can play around with the tiles a little bit and
yeah. If you get it wrong, nothing will happen except nothing. Like.
Jeez, Lou, do you want to clue in everybody else?
Oh, I'm sorry. So Saoirse, I just start playing with the tiles and trying to match them up to where it makes any letters. And so
far we have DAWNFORG.
Dawnforge.
Jeez,
and
Saoirse just did it all herself.
Saoirse was just like, I was just sitting there and like looking at the tiles. I was like, wait a second, moment of inspiration, and just like started like patching tiles together and like looking through them like it's one of a decoder ring or something. And then just sort of like steps back.
And as Saoirse speaks the name Dawnforge, there's a click, and the door swings open, revealing the stairs down into the vault.
Oh.
Shall we go into the
Who's
vault?
Dawnforge?
I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
So the three of you go down the stairs into this chamber.
Uh-huh.
And you go down the white marble steps and enter a room of white marble.
Ooh.
And the walls are kind of softly glowing with a magical sort of white light.
This is fancier than any room I've ever been in my life.
There are 3 marble pedestals on top of a raised platform across from the stairs. On the left pedestal sits a longsword with a silver hilt that's shaped to look like the wings of an angel. The middle pedestal holds a small metal chest. And the right pedestal has a single perfect pearl placed on top of a leather-bound dog-eared journal. And between the pearl and the journal is a single playing card. On the wall behind the pedestal is a framed map of Skylark, which is the kingdom that you're in. And it's got all sorts of markings on it. It kind of looks like that scene from Always Sunny with the red string and Charlie Day looking like a lunatic, except there's no Charlie Day looking like a lunatic. Except, wait, there is. But it's actually the image of Elaria Feywing. And then suddenly Elaria Feywing is standing among you. She looks a lot younger than she was at the end of her life, and she's wearing these really nice robes. And she she's looking pretty fly for someone who's supposed to be dead. And she says, "If you've made it this far, I'm probably dead. And if fire hasn't started raining down on your heads, then you're probably not a necromancer. Which means that hopefully you're my last batch of students. I know that everything is really confusing, but I'll try to explain the best that I can. The sword, the riches that are in the chest, the magic pearl are all yours. But the journal and the card are the most important items." And she takes kind of a deep breath. "This is probably going to come as something of a shock to you, but my name is not Elaria Feywing. My true name is Eris Dawnforge. I changed my name after some of my friends and I... we stole an artifact from a group of necromancers called the Pact of the Lich." And she looks down and she starts like tearing up a little bit, but she holds it together really well, and she says, "I was the only one that survived the battle. The Pact of the Lich are a group of necromancers dedicated to preserving the soul of an incredibly powerful lich. This lich has divided his soul into 13 parts and placed those parts into a deck of many things. Each card is in the keep of one of his necromancers. We were able to recover one, but the other 12 are still out there. Now, I hid the card here in the vault because we're out in the middle of ass-fuck nowhere. But if I died, it's probably because the Pact of the Lich finally found me. They have been searching for this final card that they don't hold, and they're waiting for the right time to put all the cards together to release the Lich upon the world again. Your task now is to find all of the cards and destroy this Lich for good. Everything is detailed in the journal. Don't worry about remembering it. You're probably not writing it down. I would caution you to be careful about touching the cards. Once you touch the card, whatever it does happens to you immediately. It could be very good, it could be very bad. I don't even know which card I have because I haven't dared to touch it since Helene died taking it. But I'm sure that won't happen to any of you. The whole kingdom is counting on you. I know you can do it. And then she dissolves and she's gone.
So I just take a step back and sort of feel like because I wasn't one of the students, I shouldn't be here as much as the other ones. But I'm sort of like encouraging them to look at the stuff. But I'm also intrigued because this is one hell of a mystery.
Mm-hmm. So as you're just enthralled by this vision and all of this information that has been info dumped on your head, you're not paying attention to anything that might be behind you and what is behind. And so as you're standing there enraptured by the figure of your teacher, this voice behind you goes, "How touching." And you turn around, and there's a fella. So you all like spin around in comic unison, and there is a man standing there, and he's tall and kind of stocky like a bodybuilder, and he's got really short white hair and kind of crazy eyes. And before him stand 4 animated skeletons carrying swords. And he says, this is all very well and good, but that card belongs to my master. Your master stole it from my master, and now I have to get my master shit back from your master, who is dead, so I have to get it back from you.
We get it, there's masters!
Say master one more time.
I'm a master necromancer! Attack! Roll initiative. Mm-hmm.
Let's roll initiative, bitches.
Alright, that's a 10, my dudes.
I got an 8.
I got a 21.
For fuck's sake, Perry.
Top of the order is Saoirse.
Always is.
Yeah, really.
Isn't it, though?
Then it's the skeletons. And then it's Feywing. So you remember what the figure of Elaria said about that radiant light?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. She said, assuming there's no radiant light probably means you're not necromancers. But since there's now a necromancer in the room, the trap in the wall sets off in the presence of the undead. So since there are a few undead in here,
Do a dexterity saving throw?
no, the beams can only target one at a time, and it's currently targeting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, targeting one of the skeletons. Who has,
Not me.
they all have numbers assigned. Y'all don't need to do that. And he needs to make a saving throw, which is probably not his strong point. Okay. So a beam of radiant energy shoots out of the wall, and one of the skeletons like tucks and rolls forward, and it misses him. But now he is directly in front of Feywing, and it is Saoirse's turn.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you if I can do a thing before I do the thing.
No. What?
Oh.
What is it?
Okay. So my
No, you
idea.
can't sleep.
I mean, I could, but I don't know if they're affecting.
You can't because undead are invulnerable.
Yeah.
Don't do sleep.
Okay, so can I throw water down and then electrify one of them? And because it's water, will it electrify the rest of them?
Ayo. Where are you getting this magic water from? Oh, do you have a water skin?
I think so.
Probably, like, that would make sense.
Are you about to thunder wave a shit ton of people at once?
Technically shocking grasp because thunder wave does thunder damage, not lightning damage.
Yeah,
so
I
don't
guess
know
that
if
would
that
make sense.
I feel,
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, I mean.
Okay.
Well,
I can roll a d20 to see how like big the spread is.
Yeah, I'm about to say I need you to tell me how, because you cannot have enough water to get all of them.
Okay.
But you can probably get these two that are together right here.
I'm trying to get the necromancer.
Oh well, throw it.
The skeleton closest to him, probably.
All right, so lob that sucker.
Okay. So,
make do me a so either acrobatics or athletics.
All right. I will do acrobatics.
I would say acrobatics.
So I got a 9.
9 acrobatics check.
Yep.
All right, so Saoirse lobs the water skin, the whole water skin. You throw in the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right, so the water balloon style lobs the water skin to the middle of this necromancer's name is Durham Drezal.
Okay.
So I don't know that y'all need to know that, but right between Durham and the skeleton, but Saoirse's aim isn't so great, and it kind of catches the skeleton. So the skeleton is soaked in water, but Durham just kind of gets like sprinkled a little bit, and he's kind of like, what the fuck was that?
All right. Well, maybe it surprised him, so now I'm gonna hit him.
He's a
with...
little bit like, ugh.
Thunder Wave.
Thunder.
Wait, I thought you weren't hitting him with Thunderwave.
Oh, well, Thunder Wave works. Is it lightning or is it... It's the same thing!
It's not, because it's,
Okay.
It's... Yeah, it's not.
I mean, one does more damage, but, like, is thunder different than lightning?
Yeah.
I mean, lightning can conduct water. Thunder's just sound.
Yeah.
So you're thunder waving. Okay. So thunder wave is a wave. So it would be like the skeleton and Durham have to make a saving throw, right?
Okay. Yeah.
That would make the most sense. I mean.
Yes. So that works anyway.
Okay.
When things work out in your favor.
Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you.
That would just get the first skeleton then.
Okay. Can I move before I do that so I can get the most effective?
So well, listen. You have one movement and one action and you already threw your water skin.
Okay.
So do you want to not move yet and wait?
I will hold my action then until they're closer.
Well, hold your movement because your action was throwing the thing.
Yeah.
All right, so now we have one really wet skeleton. So the skeletons, I have 4 skeletons here, and all of them are gonna have to move, because Durham is back there, kind of dance my pretties, and not really. So all of the skeletons are gonna move forward, except for the ones that don't have to.
Yeah.
Let's see. What is their movement even? I don't even know. Speed. There we go. Yeah, they're fine. So all of the skeletons are gonna move. Actually, you know what? Wet guy is gonna stay next to Durham just for safety's sake.
He's gonna sit next to him?
Yeah, just kind of like, hey man, I don't want to get my wet on you, but hey. So all the skeletons move forward, close to their respective peoples, and are going to go with short sword attacks. So
fuck.
So the one runs up to parry and like stabby with the short sword. That's a 14 against AC.
My AC is 14.
So it doesn't. So the one skeleton like swings his sword at parry and just underestimates how short parry really is, and it just completely like vroom, right over Parry's little head.
Sounds about right.
And the one in front of Feywing goes for the stabby rather than the slashy, for a big 8 against AC.
No, my AC's 18, friendo.
So he like the skeleton like goes to stab and it just kind of goes bing against the front
Skeletons
of.
Skeletons aren't known for their smartness.
Feywing's armor, and Feywing's like, really, was that it? And so the one in front of Saoirse goes for it. That's 12.
And 12 is my armor class. So.
And so tries to do the slashy and also underestimates how short Saoirse is. Like kind of clips the top of her hat a little bit.
Hat.
But misses. And the skeleton next to Durham is kind of like, I'm wet now, and doesn't do anything except stand there and drip. So that's that.
I'm still wet.
And Feywing, it's your turn.
Hell yeah, it's my turn. If I could find my mouse.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Alright. I am gonna take my longsword and I'm gonna do a nice attack. And that attack is 14 for 5 slashing. Please tell me that hits, because that was not a good roll.
No, that hits.
Yeah!
That hits, and so the skeleton in front of Feywing takes 5 slashing damage. Okay. And that's Feywing. Perry?
So Perry pulls a dagger. So after the like swipe, Perry probably ducks. I duck even though I know that it probably is gonna miss, and I pull a dagger out of my boot and stab the skeleton. And
do it.
That's a 21 with 6 piercing damage.
Oh my god.
That hits real good. And the skeleton doesn't appreciate that in the slightest. It takes 6 points of piercing damage. Right to the bony guts. Oof.
The bony guts.
And the bony guts. What do I want to do? So Durham, it is not pleased with how this skeleton attack is going. He's not a very good necromancer, so these are just skeletons he found in the yard. Like they're not really like his army of choice. There's a reason that he's the one that lost his card. So he falls back on Old Faithful and casts Magic Missile. One missile for each of the three of you.
Can I use my held movement to dodge?
Sure, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Okay, bye.
So that's so that dart kind of like hits the floor. Hold on, let me roll damage for the others.
Don't I get to dodge this or no?
No, you don't. The only reason Say got to dodge it is because she held her movement.
Yep.
And wow, Durham's killing it today. When I say that Durham is bad at this, I mean he's real bad at this.
Oh.
So he casts Magic Missile, and like it's gonna be impressive, like it's gonna be amazing, and 3 of the tiniest fireworks you've ever seen come popping out of his fingertips and kind of like bounce on the ground and roll away.
Oh my god.
Is that all you got?
Fuck. Because he just critically failed both throws twice.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm like, are you?
Good.
I'm like, he critically failed twice in a row. I was like, all right. So now we're back at the top of the order, and since we're back at the top of the order, the radiant energy comes shooting out of the wall again, but this time it's targeting Saoirse. So Say, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, okay. So it's just everyone.
I'm re-rolling every time, so every time it's going to target someone new.
Hey.
Alright, that's a 17.
Alrighty, so the radiant
17.
energy comes shooting out of the wall towards Saoirse, and Saoirse like pop block and drops out of the way, and it
I'm just really good at moving away.
and it fizzles harmlessly against the wall, rather like Durham's shitty magic missile, and it is now Saoirse's turn again.
Okay, so I am gonna save my spells, and I'm gonna shoot the shit out of Durham with the longbow. Because if there's anything that I know about necromancers, is it's if you kill the necromancer, the thing that they necromanced, they're single now. They're not on necromantic dates. They're not going out to eat or paint the check.
Wow.
So that is a 21 with 8 piercing damage.
So Saoirse pop block and drops out of the way. That radiant energy comes up on one knee and fires an arrow straight through the gaping ribs of the skeleton in front of Durham, straight into Durham's shoulder.
Can I say that like it looks really cool and maybe like everyone else is a little bit impressed?
Everyone else is very roll to see how impressed they are. Roll charisma to see how impressed they are.
All right, charisma. Okay.
Roll charisma. Let me tell me how impressed they are.
Listen, I don't even need a roll. Feywing is impressed.
All right.
Agreed.
That's a 9. That's a 9 for charisma. Like, your party members are super impressed, but the skeletons are not.
Yeah.
And Durham is super not impressed. He's like, "Fuck," which seems to be the only word he knows how to say at this point because everything's going really shitty for him. So he's kind of screwed. And now it's the skeleton's turn.
Oh shit! I forgot the skeletons.
Yeah. So since Perry and Feywing are still engaged with their skeletons and hurt their skeletons pretty badly, they do it again. So the one in front of Perry swings with the short sword, and like
fucking misses because my AC is still 14.
It's like, all right, she's short, better fix that, and goes like just a hair lower. So like
I would have laughed if he tried to get my feet and I just jumped up like LOL no.
So like he went a little bit lower, but still not low enough to actually get Perry at all. It's getting kind of sad at this point. And he looks really disappointed, like, how does this happen every time? He's a skeleton, he's not that smart, you know? Like The one in front of Feywing, the one in front of Feywing goes in with a 22 against AC.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
So this skeleton was like, armor, I am familiar with that, and goes for a joint in the armor and sticks Feywing for 5 piercing damage.
Ooh.
It's like, take that.
I took it.
Yeah, I took it.
You took it like a champ.
Like a champ.
The one skeleton that you douse with water, Saoirse, is kind of moves over to Durham like, Are you okay? What can I do? I'm just all bones. Like, just for the record, none of the skeletons can talk. They just are concerned. And the skeleton say that you ducked away from is now really frustrated that everyone else is getting combat time and he's not. So he like marches over to you very upset like.
Yeah.
And goes for the short sword again.
Yeah.
11 against AC.
Nope.
And just kind of like goes to stab straight down on this small elf's head and totally misses and like drives his sword into the stones right in front of you. Really fiercely, but missing completely.
I'm a little bit scared, but also relieved.
Okay, and now it's Feywing's turn.
Alrighty. As a question, can I potentially... I guess I'm what I'm more asking is not necessarily movement, but if I move to in between the two skeletons, can I do a huge sweep with my longsword and hit both skeletons? Is that something I can do?
I don't think so.
Okay, then I won't even try. I'll just do a nice, simple longsword attack.
Okay.
What'd I get? Ooh, I got a 21 with some 8 slash in there. I'm done with this shit.
Alrighty. So Feywing takes a mighty swing at the skeleton in front of her, and cleanly severs its spine, and it falls into 2 pieces and dies.
Yay!
Feywing has defeated her skeleton, and now it's Perry's turn. Perry, would you like to follow suit?
Okay. So, Perry, I had a really clever line for this. But it only works if I use my dagger, so I'm gonna use it. So I look at the skeleton, and I'm like, looks like you need a shorter sword. And then I stab him with my dagger.
Oh my god.
And that would be a 22 with 4 piercing damage.
So you stab the skeleton real good, and it kind of like doubles over in pain. So now it's kind of on your eye level, and it looks at you like, why? And it takes 4 points of piercing damage, so it's not quite down yet. I was gonna say not quite dead yet, but it's real dead. I mean,
it's not yet undead dead.
Yeah. So now we get around to Durham again, and he's not having a good day at all.
No.
So he is going to... Durham is going to cast Magic Missile again, because why not? So he falls back on Old Faithful and casts Magic Missile. 1 for each of you. And...
Critical
so that
miss
is...
again.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, he did not. Barely. He rolled straight 2s. So that's 3 points of force damage to all of you.
Okay.
Oh, Feywing's not doing so well.
And he does it really flashy, like ta-da! And like the magic missiles fly out of his fingers and strike all of you for 3 damage, and he kind of looks at his hands and goes, "Fuck." And so now we are back at the top of the order.
Okay, so
oh god,
I'm going to use my movement to run 1,
Well,
2, 3, 4, 5.
We got something else to do first.
Oh, I lied.
That we're
The
radiant
light
light,
beam,
radiant light's
I
happening
forgot.
again. The radiant light again begins to build out of the wall, and I swear I'm not doing this on purpose. Saoirse, I need you to make a dexterity saving
God
throw again.
fucking damn it.
I know. I'm like, no, her number just came up.
Wait,
I swear I'm not undead!
Are you random rolling a number?
Yeah, I'm random rolling.
10.
So unfortunately, Saoirse, all of her days of dropping it low have caught up with her, and she cannot quite drop it low anymore. And the beam of light hits her. It says that you take 5 2d4 radiant damage. What it means is that you can either take 5 radiant damage, or I can roll 2d4 and average the results of that. I guess that makes sense. Because if I roll 2d4, I got 2d4, I got 7, and then the average of that would be like 3.5, so 4.
Yeah.
So
So 4 damage.
4 or 5 damages, I guess.
I will take 4, thank you.
Hey, Lou,
Yeah.
has Saoirse taken any damage this battle?
I did. So now I'm at 1.
Okay.
Well, shitballs.
Yeah.
I am not doing so great.
Alrighty, but it is your turn, so knock it out.
Okay, so I'm going to basically run. I'm gonna run back over here to this with my movement because that's 5 tiles.
Yep.
So you're going
I'm
to
gonna-
sword.
Yeah, I'm gonna down one of my healing potions.
Shot.
Yeah,
That's your last healing potion, and that heals you for 2d4 plus 2.
but I just got a bunch at.
Oh yeah, you
I
did.
have 4 of them total.
Yeah, you did. Sorry. 2d4 plus 2, anyway.
2d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, that's my fault.
That's 5 points of damage. Okay, so that's that. Back together.
So that's...
And
can I time for a second?
yeah.
I'm gonna just point out what's on these pedestals that may help you.
Yeah.
This sword is a +1 longsword,
Uh-huh.
and over on the other pedestal is a card from the deck of many things. It could do something really helpful, or it could do something really damaging. Whoever
And
takes...
you said that Helene died touching it, though.
Helene died recovering it, not necessarily from
Okay.
touching it. That they don't know
Okay.
what it does. But whoever touches it, whatever is going to happen will happen to them immediately.
Okay.
Okay, so
I do know which card it is. It's not random. So like,
if Say happens to use like say magic to touch the card without actually touching the card, would they still be affected?
That's what I was thinking.
Lou and I are on the same train of thought with this one.
Yeah.
Wavelength.
I'm not sure. Let me check. Also, the pearl is a pearl of power,
Okay.
so that is also useful. It just says as soon as you draw a card, its magic takes effect. So
I assume that means you have to like pick it up with your hand.
I'm not 100% on what that means, but
You as a GM get to decide then.
if okay, so I will tell you, if you pick it up using magic, you're not going to know what it does until you touch it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I
So
thought.
yeah.
All right.
So you'll be able to pick it up, but you just will not be able to activate its ability.
All right. So the pearl is on the same pedestal as the card, right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna go there
All right.
and grab the pearl.
Mhm.
Wait,
And
hold on. Sorry, continuity. Didn't you just use your movement?
yeah, no,
Or-
I'm saying that's where I moved instead.
Retconning the thing.
Oh, okay.
So I grab the pearl and shoot shocking grasp at Durham and his skeleton friend, who's very close to him.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that'll play, I think.
And that's an 11, but plus this pearl of power, I assume.
The Pearl of Power enables you to regain 1 expended spell slot,
Oh,
so that's helpful.
well, okay.
So is the 11 what I have against AC or what?
I'm not sure because it is a cantrip, so doesn't those usually just go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So then let me just click it from the actual thing because I clicked it from the wrong spot.
that's the same
Yeah, when I
thing.
click it from the actual thing, it does
the same
that.
thing.
Okay.
I mean, but I don't know if that's against AC or what. What are these numbers?
It's a DC 13 against spells.
Okay, yeah, it is a spell attack against
Yeah.
AC. So, but yeah, I mean a 22 gets them both, and they both. So Durham takes 8 points of lightning damage. Kind of like it's a shocking experience, and
Touché.
the skeleton has been doused with water, and it's a very shocking experience for the skeleton. And the skeleton takes 12 points of lightning damage.
Nice.
Because of the water, but he's now thoroughly dried out. So that skeleton is having a rough day. Okay. All right. So it's now the skeleton's turn again. And Perry, honest to God, this skeleton's gonna do it. Like he's so ready. He's so ready and able to attack.
Oh shit!
And that's a 20 against AC. So he looks at you for like
sword.
So he looks at you for like a really long minute, and goes, and like does the okay nod, and then swings his sword again and catches you straight across the chest for 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Oof.
And I just go, well, guess you got a long enough sword. That's it. I'm at 3 hit points, by the way.
Okay.
Are you questioning how I got to 3 hit points?
Not at all. The more in peril you are, the better story it is. The skeleton that Saoirse has continually been able to dodge kind of looks over at her and goes, fuck it, and runs over to Feywing.
Okay.
And attacks Feywing also with short sword. Because that works so well for his brethren. And that's a 10 against AC.
No,
Yeah.
sorry.
He just kind of starts like banging his sword against the side of your armor, like ding, 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 ding. And it's annoying, but it's not hurting you or anything. And the skeleton that is almost dead kind of turns around to Durham like, help me. And Durham's like, you see this shit? I'm having my own problems. So neither of them are doing very well, and they're kind of having this silent necromancer conversation over in the corner.
Oh wait, they're also both paralyzed because of the shocking thing.
Yeah. So they're kind of looking at each other like, oh help, and neither of them can do anything. So Feywing is now your turn.
I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
I'm gonna do it. I run out to the pedestal and I grab the card.
Okay.
Oh god.
Oh,
Oh
god.
god. Oh god.
Oh god!
I hold it in the air above my head. I hold it in the air above my head. And I say, I want my own name!
The card you are holding has a absolutely beautiful picture of the moon on it. The moon card enables you to cast the wish spell 1d4 times. And as I just rolled a 1d4, this card grants you exactly one wish. And Feywing has wished for her own name.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the future. It's 2040, and our president is a plant. Thank you for listening to episode 5 of No Dice. The music in today's episode is Immersed by Kevin MacLeod. This episode of No Dice is sponsored by our good friends at Tabletop Loot. They are definitely your stop right now what you're doing and start shopping for your dice at Tabletop Loot. Just because we call ourselves No Dice doesn't mean that you shouldn't have any dice. So go on over and check out what they've got. They have a lot of new stock that's been coming in recently. I may have just snagged myself another pair of dice because they're awesome. I love all of the dice. And they also run specials every now and again. So just keep an eye on their website, for their Twitter. Follow Tabletop Loot, Twitter, Facebook, No Dice likes to retweet some of their coupon codes, so you can follow us to follow them. Everybody wins. We all get dice. It's an amazing, amazing fun time. So, going over to tabletoploot.com, get your dice today. If you were paying attention, which I hope you're paying attention, No Dice just had our first super special spooky episode, came out on Tuesday on the 31st. Woo! In it, you can listen to me, your favorite Britty, GM, a mashup of Clue and D&D. We had a really, really fun time. You got to hear characters like Milton, the military Mothman, or Ben, the bro vampire, or Georgie, the shy Triclops. They're all so cute and fun. And then, of course, all of your favorite Clue characters were turned into very high society monsters. Tell us what you think. Tell me how I did. I love to hear your thoughts and opinions on our special episodes in between our regular arc. But speaking of regular arc, it's the last episode of this arc. So we're going to be moving on, and we are actually going to be introducing a guest player next arc. So stay tuned. It's going to be real fun. We're going to try to make sure that they don't have too hard a time understanding what our crazy shenanigans are. So I'm very excited for that. As always, No Dice is a proud member of the Pocket Podcast Network, a podcast network dedicated to bringing quality podcasts right to your pocket. If you like our show, you can go to pocketpodcastnetwork.com and find other shows on the network like Time Zones Are Hard, the transatlantic talk show podcast I do with my friend David in England, the 15th Precinct, our improv comedy podcast about really terrible detectives, and Bad Dinner Party, where you can learn all about recipes that you can take to a dinner party and how to subsequently ruin that dinner party with hot topics. It is a fun time. And of course, there are more shows coming down the pipeline, so stay tuned. If you don't have something else that you like listening to now, I'm sure there'll be something for you later. We're very excited to continue to grow the network and our network family. If you want to support us, if you want to support the network, there are a couple things you can do. One of the things you can do is you can become a backer on Patreon. We have several levels, so you can donate $1, $5, $15 a month, and with that you get plenty of different special behind the scenes. You get special episodes from different podcasts. All the podcasts on the network are giving rewards to the backers. So you not only do you get cool stuff from No Dice, you get cool stuff from other shows on the network, and it really helps us to continue making this fun content for you. You can also support us by purchasing a pocket note, which is a personal message to be read on the show of your choice during a commercial break like this, or during a moment where the hosts deem it appropriate. And you can share your love, you can share your message, you can share your corporate message, anything that you want. So you can go on over to pocketpodcastnetwork.com/pocketnotes and purchase a message to be read on the show. We don't have any for this week's show, so go on over, plenty of time to get your message in for the next arc with the guest player. If you like our show, please leave a review on iTunes. We see the reviews because I love to go over and see what new reviews have popped up. But when you review on iTunes, that lets other people know that you like our show and that they should listen to our show. And just really makes us feel all warm and fuzzy inside. We're very, very excited to continue working on the show and keep playing D&D. And we would love to hear what you think. Another way to tell people what you think, tell us what you think. Well, you can't tell us, but you can tell other people, is word of mouth. Go ahead, tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your door-to-door salesman. Let them know how awesome you think No Dice is on the Pocket Podcast Network. That's really the best way for us to get this show out there and get this show on the road. If you don't have a door-to-door salesman to get them to listen to this very fun D&D podcast, you can always tweet about the show using the hashtag #NoDicePodcast. We see it, I promise. I see it and I share it with the No Dice crew, and then we subsequently go, "Oh, we love you so much!" So just know that immediately there will be a lot of love if you use this hashtag. And you can tweet about the current arc. You can tweet about the spooky episode. Let us know what you think. And we will definitely be able to throw your name in a hat for some NPCs coming up. We definitely grab them for this next arc. So start listening for your NPC names. We have one more thing. So we've talked about this in the previous episodes, but you only have a couple more days to become a backer on our good friend Lou's crowdfunding campaign, Kickstarter campaign for their comic, Dystopia Rising. And, well, the comic isn't called Dystopia Rising. The comic is for Dystopia Rising, which is a LARPing network. I'm going to look it up real quick. It says here that the campaign ends on November 8th. So you only have a couple more days. Oh, what day does this come out? Comes out on the 3rd. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more days. You only have barely a week to get your support in. There's a lot of really cool rewards at all the levels. We are very proud of Lou. We love you, Lou. And we're very excited to be able to see their work in printed format. We're very, very excited for that. And of course, supporting Lou supports us, vice versa. Lou makes all of our art for this show and does it of their own free time, which we really appreciate. But if you want to send a little extra love Lou's way, you can go ahead and back them on Kickstarter. And I think that's all I got. So thank you so much for listening to No Dice. The next episode will be out on November 17th. I will let you get back into the adventure.
The wish spell is the mightiest spell a mortal creature can cast. By speaking aloud, you can alter the very foundations of reality in accord to your desires. So as Feywing holds the card aloft, a beam of radiant light is bestowed upon her, and she speaks a word. And this word, it's not something that any of you are able to understand. It is so powerful, not loud, but just powerful, that you can't even comprehend the word that is being said. And as Feywing speaks this powerful word, this name that she has been given, a blast of force radiates out from her, and every skeleton is turned to dust. And Durham looks like he's about to make some smart-ass comment, and then even he is swept away into nothing. And the three of you are left standing alone in the vault of, apparently, Eris Dawnforge. You have successfully completed the first part of this journey. Now what?
Wow.
Um.
Holy shit.
Well, fuck. Okay. So, does anybody know what just happened there? Like, do you, like, what?
Feywing, are you okay?
I don't know.
What just happened?
I don't know.
Do you feel different?
Not really. I mean, do I look different?
No.
Not from where I'm standing, no.
You still look like a 6-foot dragonborn to me, so, like, nothing's changed there. You're not, like, blue.
Do you still have the card?
I look down into my hand, and I look at the card, and I set it back on top of the journal, and I go and I sit down on the edge of the ledge, and I sit there for a minute, and then I say, I didn't want this. I wanted to be my own person. Our teacher, she lied, and names are part of who we are as people, and I didn't even know my own mentor's name. I don't. I wanted my own, but I don't have one anymore.
Saoirse kind of comes over. I come over and sit down next to you and look up at you with my big gold eyes, and I'm just like, sometimes the world does stuff and you don't really have an explanation for it, and it's not good, it's not bad, it just happens and you have to deal with it. And I think that you're strong enough that you're going to find your own name one of these days, and you're going to figure out what you want to be called and who you are. And it's already in here, but one day you're going to be more comfortable with it. And I believe it's already in you, and you already have the ability to do it, and nothing that anyone else has already done or said to you in the past is really going to have that weight on you anymore. I think this is a good step forward for you. I mean, I don't know you that well, but in the time that I've seen you, no one else has been as strong, but no one else has had as much bravios and willing and determination to get things done. You're good. I just punch your shoulder. And it hurts because I have no armor on my hands, and you're still wearing armor.
Perry, no, go ahead. That's okay.
I was just gonna say, I instead of punching Saoirse back, I actually lay a hand gently on your shoulder.
I walk over to you, sort of not Feywing, but kind of Feywing, I guess. I don't really know how that works in narration, but okay. And
the Dragonborn?
Yes, I walk over to the dragon, the 6-foot-tall, yellow-ass Dragonborn, and I pull a dagger out of my other boot, because that's what I do, and I hand it to you, and I say, I'm glad you're not dead. You're an important part of this team, and an important part in my life, and I want you to have this.
Thanks. I will try not to lose it. And just before you let go of the dagger, I wrap my very big hand around yours a little too close than would be necessary to take a dagger out of your hand.
So Feywing is holding the card. Who is going to take the longsword?
Me! I really want a sword.
Can you use it? Are you proficient in that?
Perry is as big as you are.
You know what? I really wanted that damn quarterstaff, but I didn't say nothing about it.
Go look through what you're proficient in.
How do I find out if I can do that? I am, in fact, proficient in longswords.
Yep.
I also have longswords.
I am not proficient in quarterstaffs, though, but I really want that they're longswords.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, unless Saoirse. Yay!
Well, Saoirse already has the Pearl of Power, so.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm fine with
hello, longsword. It mine.
All right, so put that in your inventory.
Yeah, I'm losing a dagger, but I'm gaining something else, so I'm pretty okay with it.
Dragonborn.
I'm gonna shuffle over to the map
Mm-hmm.
and look at the map and see if there's any clues on that as to what's what we're heading into.
Okay. Who's gonna take the journal?
Say you're the
That would be our Dragonborn friend.
Would it really?
I mean, I could take it, but I mean, if you want to sort of relearn more about the person you used to call your master, wouldn't you like that? Or I don't know.
You do all the reading around here. Why don't you do a quick read and give me the highlights?
All right. So I'll take the
Okay.
I'll take the book,
Um,
which has the card in it now.
no, Feywing's still holding on to the card. I mean, you can do whatever you want with it now. It's you have it.
Deactivated.
Yeah, deactivated.
Okay.
So Saoirse has the Pearl of Power.
Yep.
Perry has the +1 longsword with the angel wing hilt.
It has an angel
Feywing has
wing.
the card.
Wait, can I name
yes,
it?
as sure.
Yes. I gotta think of a good one, so you keep going.
Okay. And then there's also the treasure chest. Would anybody like to peep in that one?
Is it locked?
No.
Oh. Damn.
You want it to be locked?
I wanted to use my thieves' tools, okay?
You can do that, it's just not
It's just not necessary.
unlocking it. Yes.
I can open it though. Wait, you said this is a longsword +1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, +1
Well, because
longsword.
I have to add it to my thing, and so
What are we doing with the treasure chest? Sorry.
I can open it, I guess.
All right. Inside the treasure chest are 900 gold pieces.
Oh boy.
Whoop whoop.
I would suggest you split that 3 ways.
I guess you can pay your tab now.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, I can pay my tab.
All right. Saoirse, are you gonna check out the map?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Investigate even.
You don't need to investigate.
But what if I want to?
Let's see.
You said 300.
Critical success.
A critical hit.
Investigate the shit out of that map. I know who fucking drew it.
So,
Oh my
so
God.
like I said, the map is kind of like Always Sunny-esque with the yarn and the.
But do I have a
Things.
memento moment? Do I understand?
Well, the
Do
thing,
things highlight as if it's a video game?
each pin is labeled with a tiny flag, and it's
Okay.
and the tag on it is written in kind of elvish shorthand, so it's not very easily deciphered. But fortunately, you are an elf and a scholar, and you rolled a critical success. So, and you can see that each one is labeled with a number and a name.
Mm-hmm. Does it correspond to the journal at all?
Yes, in the journal there is a list of the necromancers that hold the cards.
Yes.
Yeah, it just has their names. It doesn't have anything about them really. It just this one has one. And the map is where Eris Dawnforge has discovered they might possibly be.
Okay.
The pin marked 1 is down in the south edge of the Dolor Forest, all the way on the
Okay.
other side.
Okay.
That one's marked with a 1, and the pennant says Theana.
Theana.
And
Alright.
the town is called Gemodine.
Alright.
So I would suggest, if the 3 of you would like to take on this quest to fight the Pact of the Lich, that would be where you go next.
Alright, so I'm gonna scroll, roll up the map and put it in my pack.
Alright?
Is there anything else we need in here?
Saoirse, I think you should take some of the gold. Perry, I know I didn't run this by you, but Saoirse saved my butt twice, 3 times. I can't keep count anymore. I'm not really good at this thing anymore. So, Perry, you want to just split it 3 ways?
Yeah, I mean, that's totally fine with me.
This is
It's
gonna be
only
so much
fair,
weight.
I
Can
mean-
we even carry this?
Yeah, it's 3 pounds.
Oh. Okay.
No, actually, it's 6 pounds. I lied. It's 6 pounds. Just kidding.
Okay.
It's like a bunch of
I
quarters.
think. Yeah, it's 6 pounds.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm
That
sorry.
is
That
for the vault.
So we each we're all jingling us.
So is that all y'all are doing in the vault down here?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do a quick perception check to see if there's anything else in here or around. Or investigation, because that's an easy one. I'm like Sherlock Holmes, fantasy Sherlock Holmes, and that's a 20.
There is nothing. There's nothing else in here. The power of the word that Feywing was given wiped Durham and his skeletons from existence. So, like,
Okay.
there is not even a trace of them fuckers here. Everything is gone.
All right, so we're good to go.
You're good to go. So,
All right.
a little more, a little wiser, a little closer, and a little more knowledgeable about the things to come. The three of you emerge from the underground vault in Eris Dawnforge's backyard, and you come out just as the sun is going down over the valley, and you are looking out over this beautiful view of Parabor and the Merriam Vale and pretty much everything you've known for the past year.
No Dice is part of the Pocket Podcast Network, delivering quality content right to your pocket.